$1,000 a week?
Yeah.
I mean, that's so small.
Lucrative.
Yeah, he was a New York Post story, so of course.
Lucrative, more like lucrative.
Oh, yeah, he was at New York Post, and of course, yeah, they described this. She's cutting in her fancy flat to him. It's just hilarious. They called her a sparklepreneur. I mean, it's New York Post are funny stories. So, and they're true in this case. I'm actually going to turn most of the time. All right, guys. Actually, I think they're true all the time. If you go to the New York Post for real news that you know is actually true. Like the National Enquirer with alien cutting sex with Elvis Costello. And you have a company that speaks and singing. We will be back. Done. California's drought is far from over. And we'll get into that. Kfi AM 640. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We got
Holding back the gavel. I'm Jensen Jones for you live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Criminal jury trials in LA County will be temporarily delayed on both the state and federal level because of the spike in COVID-19 cases. The order extends the time to hold criminal trials by 30 days. Jury trials in federal cases in LA, Riverside, Pasadena, and Santa Ana have been suspended through January 24th. A UCLA study has found many fast food workers in LA were not given proper protection. UCLA's Asaba Rahid says a third of employees who were exposed to the virus were quarantined because there were other shortcomings for people who were exposed.
Only 19% were offered paid sick time, and only 17% were offered paid testing.
Rahid also says only half the workers were told they were exposed to the virus within a day of business. He says the study found fast food workers were at greater risk to getting sick with COVID. The husband of Orange County Deputy DA and Republican activist Kelly Earnsby says she was not vaccinated when she died this week after COVID-19. The former Assembly candidate opposed vaccine mandates. Republican leaders who counted 46-year-old Earnsby as a friend and who agreed with her opposition of vaccine mandates told the Orange County Register their positions have not changed. Some homeowners in the Lake Arrowhead Crestline area are still waiting for power to be restored.
SoCal Edison says the first outage was reported on December 28th, but some people told KFI News there were outages on Christmas Day. The spokesperson says heavy snow knocked down power lines and it's been difficult to get crews into the affected areas. Some tests have been taken in by helicopter. According to SoCal Edison's website, outages have happened as far west as Crestline and as far east as Running Springs. Outages continue both north and south of Lake Arrowhead, and more than 1,200 customers have been affected. The outages have also impacted cell service for most of the area. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
Now, some business owners have had some bad luck during those outages. Jeff Santuri owns Stone Creek Bistro in Lake Arrowhead. He says his power was restored on New Year's Eve, but he didn't have phone or internet.
Man, we couldn't take reservations, we couldn't take credit cards, we couldn't use our point of sale system. Everything had to be handwritten and crossed off. We could handle it from the age.
Terry says because of lack of service, it took him 3 days to do the business of a typical Saturday night. A woman who was arrested in connection with a crash in Norwalk that killed a teenage girl and her mother has been released from jail.
The woman was released as prosecutors were asking for a further investigation into the crash before filing charges. Deputies say they suspect the woman was driving under the influence when she pulled out the car with the girl and her mother inside on Sunday. The two are pronounced dead at a hospital. A third car was also damaged in the crash. The driver of that car was taken to a hospital and released. Their dog is injured. Like Troy, KFI News.
The CDC has updated its COVID-19 testing guidance.
Only 19% were offered paid sick time, and only 17% were offered paid testing.
ABC's Matt Gutman says the CDC has been facing backlash for recommending that people infected with COVID end isolation after 5 days without a test. Let's take a look at your ride on the 57.
Listen, none of these are good. We got long delays to warn you about. We're certainly no the Diamond Board on the South 57 Reddit Canyon on the upper side. Overturn, freeway surface approach on the low line of flatbed now right lane still blocked. South 57 to West 50 stayed jammed. This jam from Grand, Diamond Boulevard just the same. The Carson, South 4 from the Ravine. before the one's done. Only the local window. Fatal crash investigation. That's Dr. Crenshaw. Use the 105 to the south 110 and the dust will try to help a little bit. And going through the open window. We're heading up through now. West on 91 Imperial, over to Gravel Hauler. It's a mess. The West on 91 stops before the West on 91 stops before the 71. On this one, make the call. It's going to make the race. A lot more coming up. International. This is superwater.com. Just lost. AFI in the sky.
The Lakers' Russell Westbrook did something last night he hasn't done since 2016. He lost his turnover-free game. He also completed his 19 points against the Sacramento Kings. LeBron James scored 31, Malik Monk put up 24, as LA defeated the Pat City by the score of 122 to 114. I'm Wayne Rushman, KFI Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom with Owning Motors. The city of Rising Home Values and Low Mortgage Rates, we're doing refis that let you pull out tens of thousands in cash. Use that cash to take control of high-interest credit cards, car loans, do things around the house, or anything you want.
My husband and I realized the best low-cost way to get a large chunk of cash is to take advantage of our home's value by refinancing. Tom got us a low interest rate, and we pulled $50,000 in cash out. We paid off high-interest credit cards and a few other things. Owning made the whole process super easy.
Owning is designed to save with great rates like today's 30-year fixed 2 3/4% rate, 2.919 APR. So call 833-2-OWN or go to owning.com. Your house can be like a bank.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation in the South New York Digital Mortgage Lending. Subject to credit approval for qualified borrowers. Call 833-303-6161 for terms and conditions.
So call 833-2-OWN or go to owning.com. That's 833-2-OWN or owning.com.
Hi, it's Dr. Wendy Walsh. I'm a professor of health psychology, and I teach that obesity and weight gain are a health condition, and you can jumpstart your treatment for surgical intervention. West Medical can help you lose 30, 40, or 100 pounds. They offer the most advanced oriented weight loss solutions that will change your life. Call 1-800-WEST-MED for a free consultation. Most PPO insurance covers this. That's 1-800-WEST-MED or visit westmedical.com.
Because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL. We're checking your KFI financial report. The Dow is down 6, S&P down 5, and the Nasdaq down 64. The average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.66. SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a sunny day ahead, a little warmer than yesterday. We'll see highs in the mid to upper 60s. By tomorrow, we could see highs in the low 70s, just dropping into mid-40s tonight. Right now it's 46 in Dana Point, 41 in Tufton, 43 in Downey, 40 in Santa Clarita. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Bill Handler here on a Wednesday morning, January 5th. Tomorrow, certainly going to talk about the Capitol insurrection a year later. And, well, the drought. There's a lot to say about the drought. That's on everyone or a lot of people's minds. And let me go into that for a moment. And that is, in the midst of all this rain, I mean, we got a massive amount of rain of one storm. The drought, which now is over, right? No, not even close. And here is why. And here's the good news. Snowpack news. The snowpack is 150% average today. Keep in mind, we have average snowpack, average snow, average rain, and we're above that for the year. And the drought is still persisting, and as a matter of fact, California today has adopted, or yesterday adopted, new emergency regulations so people don't waste water. You can't hose down sidewalks and driveways with drinking water. No washing cars without a shut-off nozzle and the hose. Can't hose down or can't irrigate lawns and gardens too soon after a rain. And this was approved unanimously by the State Water Resources Control Board. They're the ones that control, and looking at a one-year law policy, and fines can reach as high as $500. Believe me, fines are not going to be issued, and I don't know how they check. I really don't. Do they do spot checks? I mean, don't you have to actually watch someone water the lawn? I think they would look at the water bill, but I don't know if that's going to do it. So keep in mind, we're by January 4th. Yesterday, 150% of the snowfall and rain, and that's over the last, literally over the last month. And for us to reach historic seasonal average, we need another snowpack. And by today, almost 16 inches had accumulated. Now keep in mind, Southern California, we average 15 inches of rain per year. And we're already there, which has not happened in years and years. Matter of fact, even with all of this rain above average, actually it's worse today than it was a year ago. The reservoirs in December now about 78% of average. These are the reservoirs. It was 82% in 2020. And it was a horrific drought year. So keep in mind, and this is what the climatologists are predicting, the state will absolutely dry out during the rest of winter and spring. So conservation is way, way down, even though the governor, Gavin Newsom, in July called for us to voluntarily cut water use by 15%. Well, guess what? There was only a 6% saving. In November, very dry month, the reduction was 6.8%. Wow. I mean, that is bad, bad news. At the best, Northern California, water use increased, but by a very small percentage of 1%. So the best scenario was water increasing, use of water increasing by a small amount. And keep in mind, when we had a massive drought, this is what climate change is actually talked about, it was recognized as a legitimate international global problem, literally apocalyptic problem. Governor Jerry Brown at that time called for water conservation. And in some communities, it was cut by 25%. I think the average was 15%. And I will never forget the mantra that actually came from water sources and people who ran water supply and dealt with flushing toilets. And literally, we were told, and I'm going to quote, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. And in fact, people did that. Of course, their houses were completely disgusting. And they didn't want to go anywhere near it, but people did that. Lawns were not watered at all. They dried up. People were actually using spray paint, green spray paint, to make the lawns look better. And of course, artificial grass was used like crazy. The artificial grass industry exploded because lawns simply couldn't be watered, cars couldn't be washed. And there was a sense of neighbor sameness, where if you did any of that, the neighbors would look at you, and it was, what are you doing? And it was somewhat of a humiliation to, in fact, go against the mandate of water shortages. Now, 30% of the water that's used is in agriculture. That's the leading user of water in California. No response whatsoever. Why? Because the agricultural industry, which is the biggest industry in California, just says, no, we're not going to do that. And the efforts to make permanent these emergency measures are always going to be facing opposition from urban, agricultural water interests, and they fail. They fail historically. But local water agencies are going against that, and they're pushing like crazy. And here, the local water authorities have a lot of say, far more than regional and even statewide. So the utilities department It says we have to take an education first approach in solving this problem. No. What, will it educate people? How about this one? Go water your lawn. Go wash your car. There you go. I've now taught you everything you need to know. How's that for education? And the downside is it's virtually enforceable even though they up the fine. I think statewide it could be up to $1,000 in 6 months. In the meantime, where is that in the Bay Area? The fines range from $50 to $1,000. No one has ever been fined. So we're in the middle of time. I'm not going away. And of course, a lot of people are in complete denial, like the climate change issue, and just wait until it's completely ran out of luck. Isn't that funny? Coming up, a story about a guy named Cleet Keller. And this is one of the people that were there on January 6th, and he has a unique story that I want to share with you. That's coming right up. Kfi Am 640, let's check in with Jeff.
The Capitol Police Chief is set to testify before a Senate committee today ahead of tomorrow's riot anniversary. He says his agency is fully prepared and in a better situation to secure the building this time. Former President Trump has canceled the news conference for tomorrow. He had hoped to hold it during the Capitol scheduled prayer service marking 1 year since the building was attacked. He blames the move on the House committee investigating the riot. And there's a new way fans can honor Betty White on what would have been her 100th birthday. Kids will take a local animal shelter, donate $5 on January 17th. The TV star and animal lover was known for her charitable work. She died last Friday at the age of 99. We've got your drive with DKFI on the side next.
We have a life source water filtration system in our house. Absolutely right. And the reason is, first of all, it's a whole house system, which means that every single faucet in the house produces this fresh, clean, great tasting water. And the system, the system connects directly to your plumbing from the outside, reducing chemicals, hard water problems. You don't have to buy bottled water again. And it certainly tastes the difference when you drink and cook with rice and salad. What you're getting effectively is bottled water quality out of every faucet in your home. The bathing, the cleaning, your cooking, dishes, clothes with bottled water, quality water. Your skin and hair will feel a little different when you shower. No maintenance of any kind. Once installed, you're done, you can forget about it except enjoying the water. So call the Life Source Water people and speak with one of the professional service teams and no middleman. Life Source Water, direct after service installation expertise. Call 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009. Life Source Water, taste and feel the difference.
You love cars. Come see Sweet Rides for a great cause at the Slave to Nothing Foundation Cruising to Freedom Car Show and Cruise, supported by In-N-Out Burger. All money raised helps end human trafficking. It's Saturday, January 15th, 3 to 7 p.m. at the OC Foreign Event Center. Don't miss it.
Check out weather from KFI. Sunny today with highs in the 60s to right at 70. This report is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. We're watching that drive on the 91.
This up a time on Fuji's Real Fast. You're going to west on 91 as you're going to Boulevard before Imperial. This time look at only the two lights that are blocked out. It's not too bad, believe it or not. So starting to clear, but the west 91, it still stops from before the 71. Great news for Donald. He just flew over this. South 57 is way out all the way to the open. Really jammed coming away from the merge. That's Brian. But at this point, I think it's straight with the freeway. And the one that we're headed back to, Boyle is coming up in Carson, South 405 in Vermont. Only one line up in there. Back up through Crankdown, 105, South 110, South 405 getting busy. But I'll check it for you. This is your announcement. Visit SuperWine.com. Just AFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. By now, you've heard the news. Boosters for Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available. They help keep your immunity strong and help keep you and others protected against COVID-19 and its variants. Visit mytrain.ca.gov to find out if you're eligible and to find a booster near you. Let's keep each other safer and healthier this winter. Get your booster, and don't forget to get your flu shot too. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Hey guys, Conway here. The only thing easier than making a New Year's resolution and instantly forgetting about it is donating your old vehicle to Cars for Kids. The entire process takes about 2 minutes with a quick call to 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or visit carsforkids.org. They guarantee quick, free pickup of your car and they'll take care of all the paperwork so you don't have to. Plus, you're going to get a tax deduction and a voucher for a 3-day, 2-night hotel stay. Get going with that hotel stay. To get started, just go to carsforkids.org. That's Cars Every Day.
No electric bill keeps going up. The cost of solar has gone way down. It's time to go solar in this local veteran-owned Semper Solaris now and get all the benefits. Here's veteran, founder, and owner Kelly Shahan. In the military, you get rewarded because you live. You'll find people reward. That's what you understand about. I heard about Semper Solaris and found that they're veterans. I knew they were going to do the job right. Add Tesla Powerwall and be ready for blackout. We get the job done with a free decor and honor. Semper Solaris offers new heating and air conditioning systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with a 50-year warranty. We hire vets and give back to the community with our Semper Cares initiative. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. Call 877-211-5591 or visit SemperSolaris.com. 22% federal tax credit. 8 dollars and 11 cents. Control protected license cannot be combined with any other offer. New customers only. Some restrictions apply. Call or see website for details. Expires 1/31/2022. CSW 978.
With school back in session, there's plenty to worry about. Cal Help can help with free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhelp.org today.
Hey Ralph, fresh groceries are our thing, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store, and pick and pack every veggie in the free pickup order care, because we treat your food the way we want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Ralph, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions apply.
Get more ways to save with the Buy 5 or More, save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each for cost. Now, fresh for everyone.
Rates subject to change without notice. Minimum loan amount and certain restrictions apply. 50% market value and 745 for credit score. First lien only. Specific amortization. Cash out will vary. Subject to credit approval. NMLS 3290. Loans made or linked pursuant to a California financing law license number 6036970. People housing loans. Can you believe how much the Garcia's house sold for? I know. Home values are so high right now. I wish I could pull about $50,000 from my home's equity without selling. You can. You just go talk to my home's equity to redo our backyard this summer. You can call them. You get this. Our monthly payments actually went down. And Colorado offered us a 1.99% rate and APR with no points or lender fees. Wow, 1.99% with no points and no lender fees. Hello, new pool. Take a number. It's 800-918-6200. 800-918-6200. Or just go to ImpelloLoan.com. Impello Loan. Start smart.
I'm Stephen Ranella, host of the Meat Eater podcast and the Netflix original series Meat Eater. As a hunter and wildlife enthusiast, the question comes up, how can you justify killing and eating animals that you love and protect? Well, that's part of what we wrangle with on the Meat Eater podcast, along with broader and often funnier discussions about living an outdoor life in the modern world. We insist on sharing challenging opinions to inspire thought and action. So listen to the Meat Eater podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
We can continue to live our lives as vaccinated people, but the unvaccinated folks are making it harder for us to continue living our lives the way we want to.
We've given you plenty of time. Chances are you're not going to catch up. So you go live your life, share and share. I'm going to do the same thing, and for me, that included getting the vaccination. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI.
And the morning crew on a Wednesday, January 5th. As you can imagine, we're going to be covering tomorrow the insurrection, the attack on the Capitol. And I want to spend a couple of minutes exploring that. We think of those that attacked the U.S. Capitol as members of right-wing organizations, the Proud Boys, the Police Centers, supremacist groups, but the reality is that most of those attackers work. And there's a story about one guy, and it sort of is unique in its own way, but at the same time, actually, the pattern emerges about where he was, what he did, his thinking, etc. His name is Pete Kelly. And if you look at video, there he is, screaming F. Nancy Pelosi, F. Chuck Schumer, and he was like a bunch of other rioters. The hat embroidered with President Trump's name, dark sunglasses, handkerchief pulled over his beard, so he wouldn't be recognized. The problem is, he's 6'6", so he towers over everybody else. And he wore a navy blue coat with USA emblazoned on the back. Okay, a lot of people did that. It was official U.S. Olympic flag. He was an Olympic champion, 2 gold medals. So how does a guy like that, and the average age incidentally, which he is 39 years old, so what's going on with him and others? Well, when you talk about the true insurrectionists, I would say outright attackers on democracy, and deciding that if they don't like the way government works, they don't like the way we elect our officials, we will attack. We will actually destroy as many institutions as we can, and will destroy the U.S. Capitol, which had not been attacked since the War of 1812 by the Brits, and the Brits were enemies at the time. First time in the history of the United States where Americans attacked their own capital. And just a world-class swimmer who pled guilty to obstructing an official proceeding before Congress, and he is now cooperating with the government. And so why did he get from a normal life to where he ends up literally getting in a fight with the Capitol Police, attacking the building, and effectively saying, we'll decide how the government works. School elections. By the way, they're not free anyway, so you can't use the word free election when a Democrat means it was Joe Biden. And he is sort of one of the ones that were, I would argue, the most dangerous. But the point of this is he's not a member of any of these radical groups, which most of the people there, according to the FBI and federal officials, were not. Clearly upset with the U.S. government, the way Americans, the way America is going, wanted to change it with violence, no problem with that, but it was just these deep grievances. And we've reached the point, and he is a symbol of this, where you have, I would say, fairly normal, if you want to call them that, Americans who are so disappointed with our elected officials, they're willing to commit violence. And usually those are just a few crazy people. Now there's a whole group of Americans who feel that way. We just had a survey where, I forgot what, 27% of Americans and trembling Americans think that violence is justified against the government. So if you don't like the way the government works, if you think elections are rigged, if you think that the Democrats, in cooperation with the FBI, actually set up the attack on the Capitol. It wasn't Republicans who did it. It was Democrats that were masquerading as Republicans, just to blame the Republicans. I mean, it's got, we've never seen this before. And it is obviously very troubling, and that's the argument of attack on democracy. And I think that is a legitimate argument. If you don't like the way we've elected a president, a congressperson, a senator, then you attack the institution with violence. Don't just vote them out next time out. You do it with violence. And I think the big story here is these are Americans who heretofore would never do this, but the grievances run so deep. The internet is providing so much misinformation You know, most Republican Congress men and women and senators will not admit that the election was not rigged. Now, they won't say it is rigged, but they will never say it was simply a free election. What we're getting among a couple of senators is, do you think the election was rigged? All I can tell you is Joe Biden is our president. You think it was rigged? All I can tell you is Joe Biden was sworn in as our president, and I understand he is. Legislators. Tomorrow we're going to do a lot more on this, but I just wanted to bring you the anomaly here. And the anomaly is those who were members of organized white supremacist, super conservative groups who are in favor of and commit violence. Too many just everyday Americans who are really upset with the government attacking the Capitol. Think that's scary? Oh, I don't know. Coming up, U.S. troops defying the vaccine order and the mandate. Very different animal when you're talking about the military. I'll share that with you when we come back. Kfi Am 640, let's check with Jennifer Jones-Lee.
California Republican Congressman Mike Garcia says LA County DA George Gascon must resign. Garcia says Gascon's policies favor the criminal over the people impacted by the crime.
And frankly, a DA in LA County that isn't I will argue that people who should be, if we're going to a less scenario, we're seeing it manifest right before our eyes.
Garcia told Fox Business Gascon's latest program that moves juvenile felons from jail to rehab will lead to more crime on the street. Gascon has said his programs work and the voters appreciate his new reforms. News is brought to you by Pure Again Water. New water restrictions in the state have been given the thumbs up.
People will not be able to water their lawns for 48 hours after rainstorms or let their sprinklers run onto the sidewalk. The new rules were adopted yesterday and could take effect as soon as the end of the month. Those who do not comply could face a $500 fine. The rules come as the state falls short of Governor Newsom's goal for a 15% decrease in water use. Even though December was very wet, water officials say there's no guarantee rain will continue through the winter. Deborah Marsh, KFI News.
Well, the red carpet and live audience have been scrapped for this year's Golden Globe Awards. A report from Variety says no celebrities agreed to walk the red carpet for the event, and organizers say the audience was canceled because of COVID-19 concerns. The awards show is scheduled to be held Sunday in Beverly Hills. LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger says she has tested positive for COVID-19. Barger says her symptoms are similar to a cold, and she's currently in isolation. She says, like many people in the county, she struggled to find a COVID test in the area. An officials say a fire that burned about 1 million acres in Northern California last summer was started by a PG&E power line. The State Department of Forestry and Fire Protection says the fire started July 13th when a tree hit power lines near a dam in the Sierra Nevada. The Butte County DA will determine if criminal charges should be filed against Pacific Gas and Electric. We're taking a look at your drive on the 5.
All right, not much of a drive here. I'm sorry if you said 5. Jen meant the 405.
Sorry.
Going through caution. South 405 for a month now before the 410. Only the carpool lane has been open for a long time. Unfortunately, this was a pedestrian hit and killed early this morning. So the car is going through Crenshaw and going east. I think that's the first thing that's but east 105 to the south 110 to the south 405. It's busy, but it still helps. South 57 going through Brea Canyon. All lanes are opening now. We just flew over a little bit ago. Right there was blocked for a long time. It's still slow from Grant, but starting to move. And we just saw a problem on the way down here to the 405. South 710 past Firestone. The left lane is blocked. There's very little room. And that South 710 is starting to back up. We're only coming away from Florence. Once you get south of this, it's a fairly good drive down into the harbor. Into the next, and visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff AFI in the sky.
The Anaheim Ducks skated against the Philadelphia Flyers last night. Here's the Ducks' Troy Terry putting the finishing touches on a big night. Under a minute now to play in the game. Hayes out of the corner. Tries to draw the defender. Got it into the middle. Coltswell breaks it up for Terry. Terry has an empty net. Terry has a hat trick. Terry's first NHL hat trick propelled the Ducks to a 4-1 victory. The Angels' Mike Trout is a superstar of baseball and apparently a guru on how to properly cut a sandwich. In a New Year's greeting on Twitter, he was asked by a fan to choose between cutting sandwiches diagonally into triangles or cutting them across the middle into rectangles. The wise, sage answer, according to Trout, quote, "No final decision. You'd be leaving experiences on the table, bro." I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
It's a new year, Southern California. Are you planning another year of dead grass and mowing and watering? Make 2022 green and worry-free with your local leader in turf, Tough Turtle Turf. Erase the labor-intensive work, high water bills, and struggle, and enjoy a lush green, worry-free yard with a limited lifetime warranty. Durable and trusted, Tough Turtle Turf will transform your living space and add extra room for your family to enjoy. Let our design specialists create a beautiful new space this year. Pet-friendly and kid-friendly, your entire family will create new memories together for years to come. This is the year to transform your yard from eyesore to oasis. For a limited time, get your new yard with zero down, zero interest for 12 months. Call now, 888-665-2661, or visit toughturtleturf.com today. The leaders in turf. Approved by the combined with any other offers. New customers only. Some restrictions apply. Or see website for details. Expires 1/31/2022. CSLB number 1073646.
SoCal weather from KFI. A sunny day ahead and warmer than we've had, as will be in the 60s to right at 70, and we could see the low 70s by tomorrow. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. NeoU is the game-changing fitness app with real-time coaching, daily live workouts with friends, and thousands of on-demand classes like strength, boot camp, yoga, and more. And right now, NeoU has an offer too good to miss. Get a 50% lifetime discount and pay just $3.99 per month when you sign up by January 31st. That's a lifetime 50% discount on your NeoU subscription, plus a 60-day free trial to kickstart your 2022 fitness routine. Get started now at neoufitness.com. That's neoufitness.com.
I'm Susan Owen, managing partner at Owen Petersen & Owen. People are impacted every day by the negligence of others. From the Aliso Canyon gas leak, where our firm settled nearly 4,000 cases, to the thousands tragically impacted by the Las Vegas shooting, where we recovered millions for victims and families. Serious cases requiring expertise, reputation, and success. Recovering over $10 billion for accident victims. If you have been injured, call Owen Petersen & Owen, 888-OPO-WIN. And we do. Go to OPOLaws.com.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fixed rate at 1.875%. Yes, 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLS.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. This is a financing law. Number 603-787. An equal opportunity lender. Rates subject to change and may not be available at rate law. Discount points may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Accident, going to be, call Jacob and Molly. Call Jacob.
Live and local.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640, Bill Handel, on a Wednesday morning, January 5th. Tomorrow, of course, a year to the day of the insurrection on the U.S. Capitol. And I did one story about an individual, an Olympic swimmer who became part of the crowd. And he represents a huge part of, matter of fact, the majority of the crowd, not members of those groups, the supremacist groups, the super fundamentalist right-wing group. It's just like a normal guy who just had a lot of grievances with the government. And was an avid internet misinformation reader. Now, one of the big issues that a lot of people are upset about is the vaccine mandate. And a lot of people are saying they're not against vaccines. They've been vaccinated. They just don't want to be told by the government that they have to take a vaccine. Incidentally, so far all those lawsuits have failed. and they will continue to fail. And last Supreme Court decision regarding mandates back in 1904, when it had to do with a smallpox vaccination, and the court said, yeah, too bad. The public health authorities have the ability to mandate, and that's still the precedent. So there are all kinds of levels of those who don't believe that the mandate should even be in existence, the government mandate. A lot of workers, healthcare workers, where you have hospitals that are now just throwing away the mandate because they need workers for drivers, etc. Well, there's one group of people, that's a very small group. This is the U.S. military, which has a 97% successful vaccine rate, which is insanely high. Since the military has a couple of million people, we're still talking thousands of people in the military that just not going to vaccinate. I refuse for all the reasons, asking for medical exemptions, which for the most part aren't coming through, or religious exemptions, which I've always wondered all you have to do is appeal